So when Hector contacted me a little over a month ago and asked me to be tonight's main speaker, I first laughed at him thinking it was a total joke, and then after realizing that he was serious, questioned whether or not he was eligible to actually be a leader of this chapter. After all, I am a teacher and not a public speaker. Thing is, I'm totally joking. Hector, you're doing a phenomenal job. Thank you so much. When I hung up the phone with Hector and told my wife, what he'd asked me to do, she was laughing and she said, "Well, so you're going to be giving a speech to National Breakup Day." I said, yeah. Well, there's more of a story to it, so let me explain. This is a name given to Founders Day many years ago. And one particular year, an example, there was a night when we were celebrating as fraternity brothers. The antics that happened throughout the course of the night, the sight of several sick pies swimming in the Ramada pool wearing full suits, ended in many breakups that night. But don't worry, everybody was back together after chapter meeting the next day. But thank you very much. I do appreciate being here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me first start off by saying what a true honor it is to be here tonight and to celebrate with all of you in such a significant occasion for Beta Gamma and Sigma Phi. It's been a great experience to meet most of you and hear about your experiences as a Beta Gamma, and your times here at Eastern Illinois University. It's been reinvigorating, and it's also given me a chance to reflect back on my experiences as a Beta Gamma at EIU, all which were great and memorable. When I graduated back in 2003, I knew that I had done my part within the chapter that would leave a new group of young men, with the ideals, practices, and traditions that has made our chapter the best EIU since 1949. There's never been any concern for me due in part to such strong leadership and vision and the emphasis that we've always put on our pledged education program. What I see in front of me tonight is a strong testament to that. In addition, I also see our stature and the people we surround ourselves with. Gentlemen, you clean up very well. The ladies sitting next to you take the prize for true interior decoration. Ladies, thank you for accompanying and celebrating with these fine young men. Gentlemen, let's give time for the ladies in the room. Thank them for them being here tonight. My name is Corey Duzan. I pledged in the fall of 1998 and graduated from EIU with a degree in technology education in 2003. During my tenure at EIU and a member of Beta Gamma, I held various chair positions, was a counselor of EC, and a pledge trainer. After EIU, I worked with Anheuser-Busch for a short stint and then decided to get back to where I really wanted to be, as the classroom. Professionally, I can see how being a member of Beta Gamma, and especially as a pledge trainer, helped me to ignite my passion in being in the classroom. I'm grateful for those experiences to this day and how it has impacted me as an educator. The purpose of my speech tonight could be about my memories and experiences, our traditions, our legacy, the importance of being a good, active, and alum, or our obligations as a house. It is a commonly visited topic and something I don't think that you need to hear from a different face. Instead, I'm going to be taking the personal route. I take this chapter of my life personally since I was not the first in my family to be a Beta Gamma. I'm proud to say that my uncle, father, and brother also call themselves Beta Gammas. Some might have called me a legacy, but I call Beta Gamma a legacy within my life and my family. It really is a special tie that the four of us have. Beta Gamma and EIU have undoubtedly had an impact on who I am as a person, as a professional, as a husband, and a father. Being from a small town in central Illinois, I was given the opportunity to meet a phenomenal group of young men that I would never have had the chance to meet in my life. We were different. We came from different towns. We were from different upbringings. We were from different ethnicity. We were from different social groups. We had different interests. We were from, in a lot of cases we were different about every aspect that I could think of. However, when pledging and getting to know my pledge brothers and the actives within the chapter, I started to see those differences were overcome by the ideals, beliefs, and traditions adopted by our forefathers from centuries before, as well as the stress importance in our actions and priorities within our house at the present. After finding the significance of these ideals and how they were actually my own, did I start realizing that those around me that I thought were so different weren't actually different at all. It was at that moment that I realized the ideals and beliefs that we held so close to our heart, the traditions that we strived to preserve, the legacy we were trying to write, and the brothers that I had at my side were a hell of a lot more important than letters and colors that I wore on my chest. That will forever be a special experience. I don't feel that this experience is something that was a sole experience. I think this happens for every young man who calls 956 6th Street home. This is the reason why our former chapter advisor, Denise Stewart, introduced himself as a Beta Gamma rather than a Sigma Pi for years. I didn't understand it at the time, but I know wholeheartedly now and years later why he did so. In my opinion, these traits define Beta Gamma more than they define Sigma Pi. We started with something great and we made it better. We made Beta Gamma. Beta Gamma has withstood the test of time. Beta Gamma is the last independent operating house at EIU. We are the last remaining house that has kept its identity, has kept its character. We are an icon and a relic of a more competitive and powerful Greek system from long ago. What most of you don't probably understand, or what you might not understand or know, is in the late 80s and the early 90s, there was a migration of fraternity and sororities to move to the present-day Greek court. The thought process was simple. We will give you a home. We will give you the opportunity to be on campus. We will offer you a good opportunity. Our thought process: EIU will own us. EIU will govern us. EIU can destroy us. With a strong commitment to our traditions, our privacy, and our identity, we decline the offer. We accomplish that as an active house and an alumni. We preserve Beta Gamma. What you probably also don't know is the fact that 956 6th Street isn't just an icon to Beta Gamma actives and alum, but to EIU and the Charleston community. Everyone knows the house, the pillars, the rock. Everyone knows the sharp-dressed men walking down 6th Street. Everyone also knows the beautiful women who are serenading those great young men in the front yard. Everyone knows our leadership and our alumni. 956 6th Street is as much of an icon as Old Main, the Marty's Panther, and the courtyard, the courthouse on the square. Trust me, everyone would notice the absence of the house and the men that fill it if they were both to leave. The interesting fact is that these experiences, like tonight, and friendships from across the table will last much longer after you graduate. Looking back, there are so many memorable and fun events with Beta Gamma. Barn dance, homecoming, semi-formal, Founders Day, Greek Week, and formal, just to name a few. I wish I could go back and experience those all over again. Even though those events and functions were so memorable at the time, they still don't measure to the events that will happen later in your life. You will share important life events with these gentlemen. Some will stand with you as you're reading your vows to your wife. Some will visit upon the arrival of any of your kids who are born. Some will console you with the loss of a loved one or in times of sickness. You will watch as some couples at these tables turn tonight into husbands and wives. Some will raise their children alongside you as you are doing the same. These friendships will last much longer after you've received your diploma. They will last a lifetime. In closing this chapter, and the memories that it has built truly holds a special place in my heart, and hope it has done the same for you as it has for thousands of others who have been here before you. I challenge you to continue efforts to preserve our ideals, traditions, and legacy. I wish you all the best for applying these experiences and traits of this house as a professional and an individual. Enjoy these times, but know that there are many more great times to come with these great men that you call brothers. I'm honored to call myself a Beta Gamma and very proud and honored to have this opportunity to speak this evening. Let's have a great evening of celebrating our founding fathers and ideals. I believe in Beta Gamma. Sirs. Thank you. Hey.